Hi guys, and welcome to our weekly reading for the week of May 9th to May 15th. And if you're actually watching me the week prior to that, which is the week of May 2 to May 8th, we are having a 30% off all the oils and all the smudge wands made by me in the shop with code Pachamama. Right, so head over to lightwitchtarotshop.com and get your goodies. And today we are focusing on the energy for next week. So as we know, next week on the 10th, Mercury retrograde begins till June 3rd. We are already in Pluto retrograde, and we are in the middle of eclipse season. So all of these delicious things are happening. So what we're doing today is finding guidance for the energy that we're working with. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, the first deck that I want to use today is the Goddess Power cards, and we may stick to this one. It is one of my favorite decks. It is older. It is not considered a tarot. It is called a power cards, but it reads like tarot. I love this deck. So let's go ahead and begin. So we start off with the energy of abundance. Here we see the energy of Lakshmi. So Lakshmi here represents the energy of Earth, right? Of Aries and Taurus both combined, and the medicine of the chestnut bud. So Lakshmi is all about luck, fortune, and prosperity and wealth. If you're open to following your divine purpose with commitment, she will definitely guide, mentor, and bless you with great wealth. And this is definitely a time of having that Midas touch, right? Projects may be coming to fruition. Hard work and rewards may be coming. Now, the trick about working with this energy is making sure that we're in the mindset to be able to receive. A lot of times, if we're really stuck in the lacking mentality, we do not see these blessings. We almost say, oh, whatever, the good things don't happen to me. So this is an invitation to work with the lacking mentality, which is very common, specifically during rebirth time, which is spring. Retrograde season, eclipse season, every single day of the year, whenever. We sometimes get lost in the energy of lacking, where we constantly feel that bad things only happen to us. And then it takes us into a deeper sense of uncomfortableness, because then we start comparing ourselves to other people, and we know that comparison is the biggest thief of joy. So your invitation of working with this card is asking yourself, have I been stuck in a lacking mentality? Am I losing hope? Am I losing faith? And bringing the medicine that your soul needs. You need more self-love. You need to work with your power. You need to see where in your life you're giving your power away. You know, where in your life do you feel just tired because you're overcommitting? You're doing so much, you know, but yet you're not doing anything for yourself. Like the next card that we see is the energy of Goddess Sophia. So Sophia is Sagittarius, and Sophia represents that Lark medicine, right? So this is a lot of working with wisdom and angelic guidance, specifically if we're feeling any blockage, bringing in the energy of Archangel Michael to work with moving and removing blockages. And if it's a healing thing, bringing in the energy of Archangel Gabriel, right? So we see here that we want to work with the energy of protection, but we also want to work with the energy of love, right? Sophia embraces all earthly experiences and transmutes them into light. So maybe if you are dealing with the planet Pluto affecting you a certain way, which kind of leads us to work with our shadow, it's time to transmute the shadow into the light and really work with self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is not given enough credit in the energy world, but it should be. The power of love is the strongest power. It's the strongest spell of them all. Once you love yourself in a way that you completely accept all the things that you labeled as good as bad, which we should never label ourselves as that. You know, we're just beings of frequency. But once we completely embrace ourselves, the good, the bad, all that stuff, and we just say, I just love myself, even with all the mistakes I make, there's power there. Because if somebody tries to attack you with that, they can no longer do that. And that right there is you claiming your power back. That right there is you saying, I stand my truth, and you can't take that from me. Our last card is the energy of Hera. So Hera is Libra and Scorpio, right? And it's the medicine of the holy. So it's order in marriage and structure, in love and relationships that may be needed here. So it's a good time to study your relationships with others, specifically if we're feeling overwhelmed, burnt out. Where am I giving too much? Where am I being expected to do so much to the point that I can't concentrate on myself, right? This is a time to be very careful with the energy of jealousy, with the energy of envy, or with anything that you commit to that you feel a little bit off with. This might be a time to start saying no, to set boundaries, to just say, no, I'm sorry, I can't. We don't need to give a reason why. We just say, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry. Right? So you also have to be careful with an inner feeling, maybe of a betrayal, not thinking, oh, I'm being paranoid. Remember that you get these feelings and they don't make you paranoid. It's like this thing that feels off. Maybe there's a betrayal. Maybe there is some jealousy. Maybe a friend is looking at you now as a competitor. Maybe a friend is looking at you now with envy and jealousy. Do not ignore that. It takes your brain a while to really sink in what the intuition is telling you, right? You want to also be careful that if you're going through a lacking mentality time or a time where the frequency is lower, that you don't fall into bitterness. And that you don't separate yourselves from those people that truly love you. Remember, the same way you're there for people, they are willing to be there for you, right? So really, right now, it's a great time to work with wisdom, with being compassionate, loving, bringing joy to your life, right? And really working with the energy of forgiveness. This will make the heart stronger. Now, remember, forgiveness is not about saying, okay, you hurt my feelings, you broke me in half, but what you did is okay. Forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person. The reason why we practice forgiveness is to just cut those shackles, cut that karmic bond, break that essence that connects you to that person and say, you no longer have any power over me with what you did to me. I am ready to rise. I am ready for my rebirth. I am ready to move forward. A very deep message that we got, right? So let's pull out one last card. I know, I'm just like, what's happening? Right? So our last card is from Crystal Medicine deck, and what we have here is really working with the energy of the wolf, right? Really working with the energy of working together, but also reminding yourself that as you are a student of the universe, you're also a teacher. You have great wisdom in the stories that you tell. In my native roots, we call them storytellers or elders, and we learn a lot from their stories, right? So make sure that you're sharing those stories with people that are willing to hear them. Also working with the energy of Black Moonstone this week, as well as Carnelian, so we could balance both of our sacred masculinity and our sacred femininity. So I'll see you guys next weekend. Thank you for being here. I love you, and blessed be. Bye-bye.